amazing family. Infinite love, light, and blessings. This is going to be the first time going live on YouTube. So keep getting pulled to come on here. So we'll see who shows up. Speaking on that enlightenment mirror and initiates of the flame. As all is of the all is of the one, and what is within is being brought without. Much love to you. Love and appreciation and gratitude sent out to whoever is feeling the weight, feeling suffering, feeling frustration. Let go. Let that go. The heavy weight can feel like a personal burden, but it's not yours any longer. Let go and detach from it. It's no longer an attachment that you need to carry. And speak the mantras into your life. I am not the body. I am not even a mind. I am infinite loving awareness. I'm not my thoughts. I am an awareness that observes them. Observe the observer and release and let go and allow to find that flame within. As we are only a master to one, and that is thyself. To know thyself and become a true initiate to the flame, to burn and purify ourselves is only to integrate our shadow and to love ourselves wholly as we become one. Through that love unconditionally, we can love others. Appreciation and gratitude, whoever sees this and doesn't, that peace is within your life and is around you and surrounds you. The energy coming in is very heavy, and there's going to be continued energy coming in, whether it's from solar flares, whether it's from our shadows dissipating as the illusion dissipates, and the truth and the reality of our true selves is come forth and forward. As our true selves emerge each and every day, and you are able to see through the veil, through the illusions that we have created for ourselves. No one else can lead you within except yourself. No one else can do the work for you except you. Only that stillness and the will to be one with the all that is all will allow you to set free. For the true alchemy is to transmute, family. And the lighter, the stronger that light comes to you, the darker your shadows are behind you. Which is why we must not only accept and learn to grow from the past, but let it go, to grow and be present now, to grow and evolve for the future that is to come. This journey is going to pull you in many directions. It's going to feel as if your mind's getting pulled apart at times. The ebb and flow of the spiritual energy. Just remember, you're not your thoughts. You're not this flesh suit. But you are as you believe to be. We must let go. We must allow ourselves to be free. But as we give, we get. And what we get, we give. Continue to breathe. And be present. yourself to see different perspectives. Observe from a higher place. It doesn't mean to be better than anyone or superior to anyone. It means you're able to see. The more experience that you gain, the more perspectives that you have observed, the more angles of light and shadow that you integrate. Most the time of ascension is not a time of separation, but a time of integration. And all that does not serve you, we must walk away and let go of. For me, that was playing a role that certain people thought that I was, or leaving large amounts of social media. Whatever is not serving you or your highest or greatest good, you need to observe that with the true authentic self, not a place of a spiritual ego. You need to be authentic with yourself. You need to be real with yourself. You need to find those places within. You're loved. You're love. You are light and you are dark. But you have to find that within yourself. And we cannot show others unless we have seen it within ourselves, and even that, time really has come and passed. Be grateful each and every day. Be in a place of stillness and calmness when you can. Observe. Return to practices if you need to calm the mind. This time is a time when the influx of energy can make it easy for our minds to bounce around and move around and feel like it's all over. That's when we have to breathe and we return to our mantras. We return to that place. We return to the peace within. We return to that center still, that 0 point. And to see the reflection. Your outer world is going to be a reflection of your inner. And you're going to manifest that very fast. You're going to see that very quickly in either direction. And I've said for a long time, and it's picking up its pace for shifting. If you're having a hard time with letting go, you're having a hard time with trying to control things, you're having a hard time with operating from a place of fear, when this energy is accentuated, when it rushes in, when it pushes to make changes, it's going to be tough, but you're going to make it. Just breathe, be still, return to those practices, the breathing, the meditation, your mantras. I am not the body, I am not even the mind, I'm infinite, loving awareness. I am not my thoughts. I am the awareness that observes them. Your thoughts aren't creating your reality, it's an attachment to it that believes it shall be, that becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So remember that. There is truth and lies in all things, and even in a lie, there is the truth, especially through these times where it has been occulted or hidden, only to be revealed, or apocalypse, for all to see, not just within, but without, as it comes from the micro to the macro, for us to see in the mirror, a purification in the fire of the twin flame that is within, the twin being the source, the fractal, the fragment, the expression, the angle, the angel of light that we are. To awaken the Christ consciousness, the Buddha nature, the Krishna consciousness, the true self, the higher self, the one, the all of the all. But all these constructs and words and labels and mouth sounds to describe all that we know. To even believe in nothing is to believe in something. So there's many paradoxes and they're all being resolved. All the trauma is rising to the surface. The pot is continuing to boil and is boiling over. It's dissipating as form becomes a formless. More and more you will see entropy. You will see, meditate on that if you need to. You will see chaos. You will hear of this, you will hear of that. These are things that have to happen. These are dissipating shadows. This is the ebb and flow. This is the shadows coming to light. This is everyone walking everyone home. But the definition of home is different for everyone. Every soul stream, every journey, every path has certain things that they need to accomplish, that they need to do. And ultimately, you can't change that for anyone else. You can lead them to the water, but you can't force them to drink. We have to let go of trying to control others or trying to awaken others or be there, be you authentically. Your light shines. That's what's helping others awaken. I've fallen into these traps myself and got attached to being this or that, or this is going to be a guru, or I'm going to be an author, self-help book, this or that, roles, getting attached to that other people created for me and I created for myself. This is a time where we need to release and we need to let go and we need to be able to see and be free. We have to let go and allow. To be present in the moment and really focus, because these glimpses and these moments of just clarity and true reality are going to come to you more and more. We share experiences, me and my partner both seeing, me and her saw what was just an unidentified flying object. First time I didn't have my phone, and second time I did, when I went to grab it, disappeared. When I stepped back in, we were in the pool, it reappeared. 1 month exactly apart, one on April 22nd, one on May 22nd, one day before the full moon. Beautiful orb with purple and pink around it, just energy swirling around, and you can feel its presence. A crystal clear night, stars twinkling in the Arizona sky. And yesterday, 3 ravens came to me while I was meditating by a pond over here, and then they flew off, and I watched them disappear, and they just disappeared. Many of you already have experienced it and will continue to even more. You're seeing energy. You're seeing the molecules, the photons. You're seeing energy coming off of plants. You're seeing auras and energy coming off of people. Just as waterways have water movement that the shipping lanes and ships use, is just like in the air with the planes, so does every facet of your life. And all around you, in your auric field, your torus field, your energy field, your electromagnetic energy that is not just within this body, but the body of every being and sphere and atom and photon and planet. Pulsating and reflecting back what is of source. And as that's happening, it's gaining and becoming stronger as it's becoming more and more purified. And as the time nears and nears, all this convergence of prophecy, of spirituality, of religion, of the human mind is coming forth as the dissipation of the illusion continues. And the trueness of reality and the oneness within is being brought, not only individually but collectively, from the micro to the macro. And you're going to continue to see this. You're going to continue to see this. And it's important for set and setting, just as with medicine. It's important now because as this energy is coming in, it's causing a reaction, a response from every being and thing on this planet. So it's important where you are and where you're putting yourself and positioning yourself. So it's very important to focus on the moment to see and feel what's real for you and where you should be and what should align with and what you need to let go of. Because we must continue to live in it but not be of it, as the of it is shifting out. As no one's getting left behind, because every journey that everyone's on is where they need to be, but it may not be, and more than likely is not, exactly where you need to be. You have to let go of sadness, of trying to make others go where you need to go, of worries of trying to wake this person or that person up. All is as it should be. All is in its place, in its order. All have their journey. All have their soul stream, their soul contract. All have their karma. All have their way to the way. As we see the illusion of separation dissolve, the enlightenment mirror will become clearer and clearer. As we become truer initiates of the flame, to see much ancient knowledge will continue to flood you. You may be running through old circumstances in this lifetime and others in your head and seeing people and things that you've gone through and haven't thought through in a long time. All that is being released and let go. It must come up to go. For the water to boil, it has to rise up. For that heavier density to dissipate, it's got to rise to the top. There's something to be purified, it's burned first. But darkness within darkness is the gateway to all understanding. We are the light of the world, but we come from that darkness within to learn. And as the gate is narrow, we learn from it. And we learn from the shadows within. Not to separate from them, as we know separation is an illusion, but to integrate with them and to love them. We got to get over this is the love and light community, or this is this community, or is this the spiritual community has gone the route it was supposed to, but has been usurped in many ways as the human mind takes something and creates absolutes and dogmatic control over it. As this trend of spirituality collapsed into itself and became somewhat of a religion. But you're beyond the trend. You're beyond even the practices. That's just the husk of it all. But you return to what is needed to go from one to the next, to the other. So if you're finding yourself in your head a lot, breathe, observe, slow down, take a step back, focus, really focus in the moment. What's happening? What's going on? What are you having reflected back to you? Because whatever you're putting out is reflecting back. Continue to be unconditional love. Continue to be grateful. Continue to observe. Continue to be the awareness that observes your thoughts, but not attached to them. The mind is a great servant, but a horrible master. Right? Observe it, just don't entertain it. Don't get stuck in the past in your mind. Don't get pushed out into the future on false light, trying to figure out what will be rather than seeing what is now in the moment. As quantumly we're shifting timelines and levels of vibration within us are adjusting and realigning to the frequency of source that's coming in. When you're aligning to the source, that frequency is running through you and emanating through every cellular structure in your body, changing and awakening your DNA. igniting the true self within to oscillate. So when you meditate, you'll get into a state where maybe your eyes are rolling and you wobble back and forth. You see children when they eating something, they're happy and they're doing this. You're oscillating that attunement and alignment to a frequency of source, of bliss, of love, the samadhi. That oscillation causes a vibration in your energy field. Make sure you're getting out and getting sun. Make sure you're not overreacting, overdoing things, making a big deal out of nothing, making something out of nothing when it comes to jobs, relationships, causing more problems and suffering yourself. For all suffering is doing is showing you where your mind is still clinging, what you can't let go, whether it's of the past, whether it's what you want the future to be, that you're attached to an outcome, or whether it's what you want to happen or think should happen, whether it's our religious or spiritual dogmatic beliefs that have become so hardened that we have calcified them to see no other perspective but the one that we can only contemplate, and thus limited ourselves. And limited ourselves, thus stepping away from the enlightenment mirror and stepping into a place of spiritual ego and dogma that becomes religious because it becomes an absolute. And understanding that all is of the all. And opening back up to the 0 point in the place of being in this moment of now, as we focus and we can see that reflection. We can see with thine eye. We don't even have to listen. We already can hear. We don't have to look. We can see. Doing without doing. Knowing without knowing. If you need to walk away from social media and take a break, do it. I have very large accounts on TikTok and such, and I just shut them down. If the space isn't serving you anymore, it's time to leave. Your job's not right for you. Instead of complaining, go. If your living situation isn't conducive to your peace and your health and your growth, then go. No one is holding you back but you. No one or no thing has power over you unless you shall give it to them. But we give our power away every day. Excuse me. We give it away every day. We give it away to jobs, partners, spouses, people, places, things. We give it away to gurus. We give it away to religion. We give it away to influencers. Only you know you and what's best for you in your journey, in your path. All is but a guide. And we all are walking each other home. But the ultimate destination and place of home is different for everybody. It's like playing a character in a role-playing game, and each character has a different mission and needs to obtain different potions or different weapons and go on a different map to achieve their goal. And don't get stuck on the outcomes, but know it's the journey that you're here for to experience. You're here and you're experiencing as it should. You're loved. And if you're having a hard time with that, just get back to a place of gratitude. And be thankful for being. Being still, being here, being now. And watch your reality change. Because the energy is so strong coming in that you're manifesting at a faster pace than you ever have. We're transmuting, we're alchemizing faster. As fast as the pendulum swings this way, it can swing this way. So hot is cold and so cold is hot, as we're on that pinnacle point and that edge of complete shift, as the system has collapsed. It's a ghost in a shell. And you already know that it is. And you've known this for a long time. Breathe. Raise your awareness into right here. If you need to place your finger on a place to take a deep breath from all the way down, raise it up. Allow that pulsation so you can feel when you take that breath to pulse, and you'll feel the light. And remember, your pineal gland, it's when you're outside and getting the sun, it's storing up light. It's storing up this light in your body. But it's in the darkness, meditate on this, it's in the darkness when it activates and releases your melatonin. So it stores up light when you're in the sun, and it's releasing in the darkness. As darkness is the gateway to all understanding, you are the light of the world. And the source, the Father, the infinite, the Godhead, all these different constructs, is the light. As you are an angle, you are a reflection, you are a fractal, a fragment, an expression, an angle of light coming in, an angle, an angel. But we give our power away and give it to archetypes and archons and demigods that were masters and just deities, elevated and risen within to a higher state of being. And to the lower mind, they were gods. They're expressions of, just as you and I are. You must find that within. As you come one with the flame within and become a true initiate of the flame, of the great brotherhood of light, of right-minded, of the Four Noble Truths, the Eightfold Path, the Lost Gospels, to making two as one, of within, without, as above, so below, as within, so without. The keys of knowledge and the wisdom of thyself, master to none but one within. The time has come to let all find what they need to within themselves. As the ebb and flow of the spiritual energy will continue to increase, and the speed of things will continue to pick up. Take time to focus and feel and see the true reality in the moment of what is really being reflected through the light of source or projected through your shadows within, to make your adjustments and align to the divine once again. I love and appreciate you guys. I'm going to try to come on here more when it's really on my heart. For the real ones that have seen me for so long, I appreciate and love you so much. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I know it's tough when I've been leaving other platforms, but when you're called, you go. And you need to create the space to hold the space when the call is upon your heart. Whatever no longer serves you, let go. I love and appreciate you. Have a beautiful, beautiful, and blessed evening. Much love.